Today's wellness news you can use is brought to you by Fairbanks Art of Plastic Surgery.
And welcome back. Holly, what do you want to talk about now? What's on the docket?
We are talking plastic surgery. So this segment is brought to you by Fairbanks Art of Plastic Surgery. Board certified Dr. Grant A. Fairbanks is amazing, but not all plastic surgeons out there are amazing.
I've heard that.
And not all people getting plastic surgery who are able should. And so there's a lot of people right now getting facelifts that are really young, like Selena Gomez. There was talk of Zac Efron, of course, all the Kardashian clan. And I wanted to discuss with you a little bit about what you think. Let's talk Selena Gomez for a minute. She is gorgeous.
She's so pretty.
Why?
I don't
get it.
I don't understand and she's young too, right?
Right, so young. They're all young. Like Ariana Grande had this facelift done. They're calling it like a fox eye lift or something. It's to like make your eyes look kind of cat eye-y. Huh. And it's a facelift when they're like 25 years old. Like, what are they thinking?
That.
And it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
They were so pretty before. And so Kim Kardashian, of course, has had so much work done. I mean, she basically established people wanting to have very ample booties. Mm-hmm. And now they're saying she's had it basically removed or downsized so she can now be this like skinny person. I mean, I guess everybody has the ability to change around and be something else, but it's like, man, like when you change so much, it's really weird to me. I just don't get it.
I've always thought Kim Kardashian was really pretty.
Right.
And she still
is. Right.
But it's like, I don't understand when you're that pretty, why you need to do...
I think it becomes like an obsession.
Is that what it is?
It's gotta be.
And her sister, Chloe...
Oh my gosh. She does not even look like the same
human being. She looks completely different. Somebody told me that was her. They showed me a picture and I'm like, that's not her.
Right.
And it was. And she just looks...
I think...
It's just weird. I hope Kendall... Because Kendall's beautiful.
She's had some stuff done. You can tell when you see like before and afters, but it's done naturally. I mean, I'm like a fan of like, just look natural.
Yeah, same.
I probably could use a little work, as we were discussing earlier, my software problems. But anywho, nonetheless, if I were to get a facelift, if I were to get any work done, it would definitely be from Dr. Grant A. Fairbanks. He is an amazing board-certified plastic surgeon. If you look at his facelifts, he has this deep plain facelift, and you literally just go from looking like mother to daughter, but the same person. Like you just take 20 years off of your life. Like I have a saving jar. It's over there. Feel free to tip it on your way out. It's part of my age plan. But nonetheless, he does amazing work. And if you don't believe me, check out Candy, who recently had a breast replacement surgery done by Dr. Fairbanks. She's going to tell you all about it.
Talk 365 TV's Wellness Minute is brought to you by wellness team expert Dr. Grant A. Fairbanks.
He takes his time. He's a perfectionist. He's an artist. And he does it right. So I highly recommend Dr. Fairbanks. Hi, my name is Candy. Years ago when I was young, I had no boobs and I was super sad about it because my two best friends had these amazing boobs and I was just flat as a pancake. It was horrible. I got married and after having 3 babies, I decided to get implants. This was 20 so years ago. My first implants were saline. I guess it looked okay, but it was really uncomfortable and I couldn't sleep on my stomach. I didn't sleep on my stomach for 20 years, in fact. But they did look nice, so I went with it. And I know Grant Fairbanks from my husband, Chris. They were friends and he had a cancerous lesion and Dr. Fairbanks fixed his nose and it was fabulous. So I always thought if I were ever to get my breasts redone, I would want him to do it. Well, we went to see him, maybe a year ago, and he said, oh my goodness, you poor thing. When you're ready, let me know and we'll fix them for you, because they were hard and they were just uncomfortable. And at the time I was definitely on board, but I wasn't quite ready. I thought, well, they're still here, so I'll just wait a little bit longer. Unfortunately, a few months later, one of my breasts started leaking or popped or something, and it was terrifying. It was horrible, and I thought, oh no, I should have done it. I was able to get in with Dr. Fairbanks, and he helped me determine what we were going to do next. And within a few weeks, I had my beautiful new breasts. that I love. When I originally came in to see Dr. Fairbanks, I was considering getting my breasts redone because they were almost 20 years old. And Dr. Fairbanks talked to me about the procedure and what he thought would look nice and what would work better. And we came in and talked to him, and I will admit, before I came in, I was looking at magazines. You know, I had all these pictures for him, and I said, well, I want my boobs to look like that, or this, or this. I love these ones. And Dr. Fairbanks kindly let me know, well, you know, this girl has different anatomy than you, and that I might not get that look because they were built differently than I was. I felt very comfortable with letting him use his artistic ability. I wanted to go a little bigger than he recommended, and he was willing to do that. I actually wanted to go a lot bigger than he recommended, and he kind of talked me into going a little bit smaller, which I am so thankful he did because they're perfect. And what I love about what Dr. Fairbanks did is he knew so much about bleeding and what can cause contractures. I had capsule formations on my other breasts, and it made them really hard, and he knew exactly what you needed to do to prevent that. So he made me wait, couldn't take any ibuprofen, and he did a fabulous job. I can't even tell you how beautiful. Well, my breasts are very, very beautiful now. Anyway, he's a wonderful person, and he spends time with you, and he does it right, and he knows what size is going to look good on you, and he picked the perfect size for me. My first implants were saline, and I don't know what other women have experienced, but mine were actually not too great. I mean, you could feel the ripples. I did have the capsules that were stage 2 or 3, which made them really tight, and they didn't feel great. They might look great, but they didn't feel very good. So Dr. Fairbanks explained how silicone would probably be a lot better. Silicone is amazingly better. I don't have any rippling. My breasts are soft. They feel natural and they look natural. And I don't know, it's so great. I can even lay on my stomach. It's awesome. I didn't do that for 20 years. So I would recommend silicone. They say gummy bears are neat too, but he talked to me about the benefits and the cons and the pros for using gummies. And I decided to go with silicone, and I'm really glad I did. Well, recovery was great. The first few days were hard, as they always are. But it was great. After a few days, I was starting to feel more comfortable. Dr. Fairbanks was always willing to answer any questions I had, and I called him a few times. I did have a reaction to the antibiotic because I'm allergic to it, apparently, and he was wonderful and was able to talk to me and got me the prescriptions I needed, and he was just fabulous. Another reason I was afraid to redo my breasts is I was worried that I might lose nipple sensation. But Dr. Fairbanks did such a great job. I have full sensation in both of my nipples, so that's a bonus. I would definitely recommend Dr. Fairbanks. I have told all of my friends about him. He did a fabulous job. Not only is he a brilliant surgeon, he is the kindest man I've ever met. He is so caring, and he spends time with you. He spent several hours making this perfect. My first surgeon, I heard, got it done in a half an hour. It was just boom, boom, let's make some money. Dr. Fairbanks does not do that. He takes his time. He's a perfectionist. He's an artist, and he does it right. And he knows what size is going to look good on you, and he picked the perfect size for me. He knows how to sew so that your scar doesn't show. My scars are already beautiful. I mean, you can hardly feel them. So as you can see, they look great. So I highly recommend Dr. Fairbanks.